Chief, it doesn't matter if it was your fault or if it started off as not your fault or it's completely not your fault. If you've let yourself go, it's your responsibility. Everyone gets knocked off the horse sometimes, and sometimes it can be even harder to get back on it than it was in the first place, but it's still up to you to do so. It's difficult when you're letting yourself go, because when you are disciplined and when you're at your best, you're expanding your comfort bubble. But the moment you start to let things slide, it starts to go inwards. And it's so easy to give up at that point, because you realize you've lost progress, and you realize you're going to have to work harder to not only get back to where you were, but to make even further progress. So you kind of just want to let it all go back to how you started, right? You want to go inwards. But that's giving up. Failure is not permanent, it's giving up that makes it defeat. Do you understand? I've had a week where I've kind of been letting myself go a wee bit, because I've been ill and I've not been able to go to the gym. The times I've gone, I've not been able to hit the weights I usually do, or with the intensity. I think the other day I went thinking I was all better, and then I tried to do one set and realised I was still ill, and I just fucked off home. And that fucking depressed me, because I've just been sitting around doing the things I can, but it's felt like I've been doing fuck all. And that life of doing fuck all, I could just sit in that, give up. But that's not me. I've been ill quite a few times. I'm in a job that's in hospitality. There's so much illness and fucking disease around at this point. Like, even with my good immune system, eventually it gets round to me. And I feel like I make progress so much just to be punched in the face. I can never make consistent progress, and I might not be able to until I can be in an environment where I'm not subjected to so much illness. But I don't stop. I continue making progress with this because that's the main mission. And I don't stop. Because I could cope and say to myself, well, you know, I can never get a full 5-day week in the gym. I can't do that 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row anymore like I used to. I should just give up. This isn't for me. How fucking stupid is that? So you're telling me that even if I only manage to go 3 times this week, that's just the same as going not at all? How fucking stupid. Because you know what I'm building, Chief, is resilience. Relentless drive. But no matter what life throws at me, no matter what I throw at myself, I will always get back up and keep going. Keep trying to improve. Because it's all a test, Chief. And if you're letting yourself go, don't you fucking give up. Because guess what you can do if you're letting yourself go? Stop. Your mind's clouding you, convincing you you're going down a rabbit hole. Maybe you're even romanticizing it, because people do that. You're romanticizing your own sadness. You're maybe even telling a story in your head of you're going down a rabbit hole and you're going to reach rock bottom. Just stop. You are in control. No one else is doing this to you. You can stop right now. Do you know what's the best way? If you've had a day of doing fuck all again, a day of disappointing yourself, do you know what's the best way to make yourself feel better about that? Tomorrow, do the opposite. Last week, when I was at the peak of my illness, I did fuck all day. I, for the first time, I mentioned it in a few videos, since I was 17, just played video games pretty much all day. And I felt terrible. I felt overstimulated. I felt just the worst I've ever felt in so long. Did I beat myself up about it? No. The next day I woke up early, and I recorded a week's worth of videos. And then I went to work, I hustled, and I felt good about myself. It can change like that, because you just need to start respecting yourself again. You may have let yourself go physically, but as soon as you start respecting yourself again, you'll feel better and you'll be more inclined to work on yourself physically. The best way to stop yourself letting yourself go is to fucking stop. There's no magic sauce, you just have to stop. It's not going to feel good, it's not going to feel easy. That's why you should do it. Don't you dare give up. This isn't me looking down on you, this is me speaking for yourself. What are you going to think about yourself? Your future self is looking at you right now. You're at a crossroads, and your actions will dictate how he feels. Don't you dare let him down by giving up, because you can't be bothered to pick yourself back up. Everyone falls. Whether it's their fault or life's fault, they're ill or they're just lazy. Everyone falls. But the people that get back up, they are the brilliant people. Because we're humans, we're naturally weak creatures. But what are you going to do about that? Sit there and take it, or fucking get up and try and be strong? Think about your future self. Think about your future self. Please. The best thing about being at our prime or our peak is that we can't sustain it for long because things happen. But we can try to. And when you get back there again, you'll have the knowledge of the failures you've made, and you'll be even stronger. Isn't that beautiful? Essentially, you fucking up is going to make you stronger in the future if you let it. But if you give up, it's going to be a failure. You get to decide that, you know that, right? And stop waiting for when you're ready to do it, ready to get back. There is no ready, there's just discipline. Doing it when you don't feel like it, because you don't feel like it, that's why you should do it. And if you're physically stunted, maybe you're ill, or whatever's happened to you, just do what you can. There's always something you can be doing. Always. That doesn't mean you have to, because you don't have to do anything. But just think about what your future self will think of you. Because you can pity yourself all you want, but your subconscious, you cannot bullshit your subconscious. Alright, Chief. Share this to someone if they need to hear it, and most importantly, say less, do more.